I use social media to normalise bodies that look different. I predominantly use Instagram to connect with people, but I do periodically use Facebook and TikTok as well.
Hi everyone, I have a super exciting project in the works.
It's not just all the work I do to produce content, it's connecting with people.
Katie Parrott is a Tasmanian-based influencer, model and activist.
People will very consistently post and tell me that I am disgusting. They talk about me being obese, being foul.
You'd drop dead from a heart attack if you ever did CrossFit or actual exercise. You could be so beautiful if you weren't so fat. Size 20 at age 24, you are gonna die young. Man the harpoons, we got a whale in sight.
Katie says in her experience, this online abuse is almost always anonymous.
It's absolutely trolling. It is not people who are using their real name or their real image. It is people who will happily create accounts and then delete them straight away afterwards, their burner accounts, and all they want to do is be cruel.
The federal government has flagged a crackdown on internet trolls, releasing a draft bill that says will force social media companies to reveal the identity of abusive users.
It's not free speech to hide in your basement as a masked troll and abuse and harass and stalk people.
And we are now saying enough is enough. And we are going to give everyday Australians the ability to unmask these trolls, and we're going to keep them safe online.
So it's a myth that trolls are always anonymous. So yes, a lot of egregious harm is done anonymously, but by no means all of it.
Author Ginger Gorman and her family were targeted by trolls in 2013 after she published an online article.
And we realised that my tweets were geolocated, so people could see where we lived, and we got a death threat.
She's critical that the government's draft social media bill uses defamation laws as a means to target trolls.
The legislation is problematic in many ways. The first way is that defamation is not the same as cyber hate or trolling. Defamation is when you unjustly harm someone's reputation. Now, most of the cyber hate I've come across is not defamatory.
Trolling is harassment and bullying and being annoying. This bill simply aims to address a very narrow area of those posts that go further and are defamatory.
The Law Council's Peter Bartlett agrees the bill is problematic.
It talks about anti-trolling. There's no mention of trolling in the bill. There's no definition of trolling in the bill. The bill actually has nothing to do with trolling. It's simply addressing defamation issues.
He's worked on some of Australia's highest profile defamation actions, but he says for most people, suing for defamation isn't practical.
It's an area where the lawyers do very well, but the clients rarely do well. Defamation actions are outrageously expensive. It's not uncommon to get to a mediation a month or two out from the issue of proceedings, and the plaintiff's lawyer says that their legal costs are $100,000.
It's not just the costs involved. There are simple technicalities to this draft law.
In the bill, it actually says the trolling event, the comment, has to have been made within Australia, and in the bill that has been defined as within the sort of geolocation data that the social media companies are there to pick up. So I really think that the ability for social media companies to be able to comply with this at the level of sort of how people sign up to social media is going to be missing. So that's another sort of big kind of gaping hole in the legislation as it stands.
So it's really difficult, as it turns out, to change human behaviour. We think that this behaviour should be treated the same if it's online or offline.
Electronic Frontiers Australia is an independently funded digital rights group. It says the eSafety Commissioner is already getting new powers and existing criminal laws should be enforced by authorities. The Attorney-General Michaelia Cash declined an interview request, but told 7:30 in a statement 19% of reported cyber abuse concerns defamatory material, but are likely to represent a much larger, unreported problem. She added that this bill is just one of several actions the government is taking, such as boosting the powers of the eSafety Commissioner, which has reported a 52% increase in abuse complaints in the past year.
The reality is that if I was to pursue legal action that was going to cost me money, I could do that, but I couldn't then save money for my wedding. My partner and I are planning to buy a house. We couldn't live our life because I would have to finance this action that actually might not even go anywhere.
Katie has a simple hope for her future online.
I would like to be able to do my job without being harassed. And I would like to be able to connect with people online in a meaningful way without fearing that I will be stalked, that my partner will be stalked, that we will be physically or verbally hurt. I should be able to exist online without fear of those things.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.